help entrepreneurs and artpreneurs to show up big and connect with their people. And today on Lunch with Jewel is Tough Talk Tuesday. What am I talking about? About more often than I care to admit, I get into a stage where I feel like I should look for a job. It happens probably like, I would say maybe like every 6 months or so. I just be like, you know what? And then I have this talk with myself, right? Because there's some common sense things that I have to process through. And inevitably, I knock myself into shape. And so that's what Tough Talk Tuesday is today. If you are ready, you feeling it kind of like, man, you know what? I thought this was a good idea. I'm going to put my whole heart and soul in it, blood, sweat, and tears, and it is just not working out the way I expected it to work. It's just not. I don't have as many customers as I thought I would have. I don't have as many opportunities as I thought I would have. I'm not making as much money as I thought I was going to make. And it's taking way too much time to do this thing. I'm just tired. So, okay. And background information. So I had a good corporate job. Like, I really had a good job. I had autonomy that I liked. I was delivering projects for multi-million-dollar things, and it was awesome. And I was like the person who came in when some stuff really need to get done and get done right, or if it was messed up, they called me. I mean, it was a good job. But the one thing that I could never really completely, I always felt like there was a piece missing, because I like to be able to reach out and touch the impact I'm having. Like, I mean, yeah, if you have a big deal and a lot of people, I know inevitably, if it's like a $10 million thing, I know a ton of people are being helped, right? If it wasn't important, nobody would be spending money on it. Projects are strategic in nature. By nature, they're temporary to get something done that's going to help a bunch of people, or to help somebody to be better, right? So inevitably, I know it helped people, but I couldn't put my hands on it. And so I was like, oh, when the opportunity arose for me to do something different, I took it. And so now I feel it. I feel it, all the pain of the entrepreneurs. Man, I love y'all, but sometimes you aggravate, sometimes because of the intensity that's necessary to even be an entrepreneur. When you're really trying to help entrepreneurs are in the fight. They're not playing around. It's not like, when you're in corporate America, it's not that people are necessarily playing around in corporate America, but when you're in a job, you got more play. When you out here, in the I don't know what you call it, in the jungle, trying to do a thing, and your livelihood depends on it, you in the fight, baby. And so entrepreneurs can be a little, let me say, intense. So it's like every now and then I have this talk with myself. And so I was like, you know what? That's a good topic for Lunch with Jewel. So here's the thing. When you get to a point in your business, and every entrepreneur has, probably multiple times, where you feel like throwing in the towel. You're just like, you know what? F this. I can go get a job today. There's tons of people looking for people to work. Why I got to put myself through all this? Struggle, aggravation, extra intense time, blah, 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 blah. Why do I got to do that? I just go get a job. Who needs it, right? I want you to ask yourself, I want you to just play with me, and I want you to think about this. When you go get a job, what you're doing is you're signing up to spend some hours of your life fully dedicated to the achievement of the goals of somebody else. Okay? You say it's a part-time job. 4 hours out of your day, you're committing to learn about somebody else's stuff, to embrace somebody else's stuff, to treat somebody else's stuff like it's your stuff, because they're paying you to do so. You're exchanging not just your time for dollars, you're exchanging your time, your attention, your heart and soul to help somebody do something that's important to them. Okay? That's what you do. You go get a job. In your mind, you might not think that, oh, I forgot to close the door, so the dog might be coming down. In your mind, you might think, oh, I'm just doing it to get some extra money. But you're not. You putting miles on your car. You've got to dress a certain way. You've got to spend certain time. You got to make arrangements for all the life that's around you so you can show up on time and do the job that you're supposed to do. Sometimes you may have to do work outside of your 4-hour time slot. Okay. You feel me? So you got this job. And they're going to in exchange for this job, they're going to give you some money, maybe some benefits, maybe some, free donuts. I don't know. But here's my question to you. And my question is, what if you did that for you? What if instead of going to get a job, what if you treated you like a job? What if you said, okay, you know what? For 4 hours out of the day, every day, I'm going to set aside everything else that's going on. And I'm going to, sit here or go here and I'm going to commit 4 hours straight, uninterrupted, except maybe to a coffee break and to go to the bathroom. But I'm going to spend 4 hours focused on building my business. I'm not going to be on YouTube. I'm not going to binge on YouTube shorts. I'm not going to talk on the phone to my friend for 4 hours. I'm not going to do any of that. I'm going to actually commit. I'm going to make a list, an action list of everything I need to do in my business. I'm going to make a list of my top 100 prospects, people that I really want to do business with. And I'm going to come up with a plan to reach out to them. And I'm going to continually go through the process of educating them about what I do because I know it can help them. And I'm going to learn. I'm going to spend some time training and learning on how to be better at sales. I'm going to spend some time training myself on how to be better at marketing. I'm going to spend some time training myself on how to better deliver my product and service to people so they're getting the most out of it. What if you spent or dedicated, invested 4 to 5 hours a day every single weekday? I'm not even talking weekends. Every single weekday, solely committed to your business and the advancement of your business, just like you would be committed if you were on a job. What would your business look like in 30 days, 60 days, 90 days? Right? So, so if you're like me, I probably need to have this talk with myself about every 90 days. Because for the first 30 days, I'm like all gung-ho. Then stuff starts happening. What happens on your job when life starts happening? Most of the time, you try to figure out a way to get out of whatever it is trying to impede on your 4-hour block of time because you want to get paid. Oh, excuse me, I need help with such and such. Oh, I'm sorry, I can't do that until 5 o'clock because I'm working. Oh, can you give me a ride to so-and-so? I need to no, I'm sorry, I can't do that. I need you to take me to no. Defend your time for your business just like you defend your time if you're working for somebody else. What if you did that for 4 hours a day, 5 days a week for 90 days? What would your business look like at the end of 90 days? It's a challenge. I challenge you. I'm challenging myself. Because, I don't want to claim adult ADD, but it takes a lot to hold my attention. And I usually have multiple things going on at the same time just because, to be honest, I get bored. I like to have balls in the air, right? But what if we did that? Okay? What if we did that? What if we just said, you know what? Here's my block of 4 hours a day. Don't call me during this time. I am focused on building my dream and my business. I'm not talking to you. I'm not having a conversation. I'm not taking you anywhere. No, I can't take care of that during this 4 hours. This is my 4 hours. I'm working on my business. Tough talk. I know. It's tough talk. You probably want to hang up. Click stop on the video because you're like, she don't know what she's talking about. No, I absolutely know what I'm talking about. I really do. And if you're honest with yourself, you know it's right. You know I'm right. Don't look at me like that. You know I'm right. Okay, so that's it. So this is Lunch with Jewel for today. It's Tough Talk Tuesday. And this actually does fall in line with O for Organized. Because a lot of times as entrepreneurs, we think we don't have time. We think we're running out of time. But really, we're just not using the time we had the way we need to. Bump the interruptions. If you need to, I used to, okay, this is my last story. I was, I can't remember who I was talking to or who I was listening to. Oh, it was Darren Hardy. He's a motivational kind of productivity guru person, right? And he was sharing a story about how he was trying to get some time on the calendar with Richard Branson. Okay, Virgin Richard Branson. And he kept calling, he kept calling, he kept calling, and he could never get past the gatekeeper. And finally, she said, look, Richard has 3 strategic priorities for this year. And if this is not related to one of his 3 strategic priorities, he can't talk to you. Bottom line, it's just like, do we have that? Do you have that? I have strategic priorities and I still get interruptions. It's almost like your strategic priorities need strategic priorities that need strategic priorities that need strategic priorities. But you got to start somewhere. He's like, no. And then I read a story. I'm not sure when I read the story about Warren Buffett. It was about productivity, because the period in my life I was really into productivity, and Warren Buffett was one of those people. He said, I got one thing. He just focused on getting one thing done for the whole day. That's the one. They work on one thing a day. What if you just worked on one thing a day? Till completion, even if it took you till midnight, to completion, one thing a day. How much further would you be along? So anyway, Tough Talk Tuesday with Jewel Leonard, Lunch with Jewel. I hope this was helpful for you. If it was helpful, then definitely share the video. If you're mad, comment below why you're mad. Tell me why it's all BS and I don't know what I'm talking about and you about to go get your job. But and I hope this something stuck and it was helpful for you. I know it was helpful for me to share and line my butt up. And so I hope it was helpful for you. If it's helpful, then share the video. I love when people share my videos. And I'll talk to you next time on Lunch with Jewel. Bye for now. Don't be mad. Don't be mad. Don't be mad.